Yes, yes.
Okay. When you will say to start the thing, then I'll read out Dr. Ling.
Yes, doctor, you can start.
I can start?
Yes.
Is she ready?
Yes, she is ready.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I heard her very willingly and very yesterday also, and today she is going to give the another presentation which is going to be very interesting. Huang Ling, Dr. Ling, born in Taiwan, raised and graduated in medicine in Brazil, specialist in infectious and parasitic diseases, a general practitioner and parenteral and enteral medical nutrition therapist. Once in charge of the hospital infection control service of the city of Franca General Hospital. She was responsible for the control of all prescriptions for antimicrobial medication and received an award for the best presentation paper at Brazilian Hospital Infection Control Congress in 1998. Since 1997, she worked with the approach and treatment of all chronic diseases in a holistic way, with the treatment guided through the teachings of traditional Chinese medicine and Hippocrates. Researchers in the University at Sao Paulo in the ophthalmology department from 2012 to 2013. A topic of today is energy alteration and chakras energy deficiencies in patient with memory. Is it the same topic today?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Please
you.
go ahead. We are looking forward.
Hello, Dr. Lee. Hello, Dr. Anjana. Give us a minute so that we can contact her.
Yes, sir.
We will be contacting her in a minute, okay? I think she will be back in a minute.
Hello, Dr. Ling. Can you hear us? Dr. Ling Huang.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please start. Have you heard the introduction?
Yes, I started my presentation.
It is not visible, ma'am. Please share. Please share your screen. Yes, is it visible? You start, please. Dr. Ling?
We can't.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. The title of my presentation today is Energy Alterations and Chakras Energy Deficiencies Involved in Patients with Memory Loss. Can you hear me now?
Very good. Please go ahead.
Okay. This presentation is based on Hippocrates Quote that said that it's important to consider other ancient medical traditions prior to the knowledge we have nowadays. And for this reason, I choose to develop this lecture using traditional Chinese medicine reasoning together with what we have nowadays regarding memory loss. The most causes of memory loss are age-related changes. That most common: mild cognitive impairment, dementia, and depression. And less common causes are normal pressure in hydrocephalus due to excess fluid among the brain, subdural hematomas, and hypothyroidism, and the deficiency of vitamin B12. But in this presentation, I will not focus on the memory loss itself, but on the root of the problem that is making the memory loss. And I usually use an analogy of this tree, that memory loss are treated in the leaf level by Western medicine. And in my presentation, I will show you what are the energy imbalances that are in the root of this tree that is leading to the memory loss symptoms. According to traditional Chinese medicine, memory loss is a consequence of the patient's energy imbalances. And when there is an inability to concentrate and study and poor memory, is a sign of deficiency of spleen, pancreas, and kidney. And where there is difficulty in remembering events that occurred a long time ago, and dizziness is a sign of kidney deficiency. Sorry. And when there is a deficiency of the heart, memory is weak about past events, forgetfulness of names, and distraction. In a study done in my clinic with about 1,000 patients doing 5 years from 2015 to 2020, where I was able to analyze 409 medical files, I found that almost 90% of my patients do not have energy in the 6 of the 7 chakras and have energies. They have energy on the 7th chakra, in the spiritual chakra, and the remaining chakras were in the lowest level of energy that I showed you in my presentation yesterday. And the chakra that is responsible for memory's concentration is the 6th chakra, but this chakra is controlled by the 2nd chakra, that is the kidney. Considering that the 2nd and the 6th chakra correspond to the kidney, and the 6th is related to concentration and memory, it can be seen that most people have lack of energy in the chakra related to memory loss, even though many patients do not come to my clinic to treat such a problem and often end up not reporting it. It is noted that memory loss is no longer a symptom of elderly people, because even young and children, they are having symptoms of elderly people, because even young adults and children are presenting memory loss as a secondary symptom, as we can see through this radiesthesia procedure, because even children, young adults, are having no energy in the sixth chakra. And before I explain the case report I'm bringing you today to illustrate this presentation, I would like to show you the reasoning I used to treat the patient that started during the treatment of one specific patient in 2006. That was a patient with glaucoma that I think I showed you yesterday, but I think some people here didn't was not in yesterday presentation. I will present again. He was a 70-year-old male patient who reported pain in the legs and was diagnosed with kidney iron deficiency, and according to traditional Chinese medicine. And he received a treatment with Chinese dietary counseling, acupuncture, auricular acupuncture associated with apex ear bloodletting. And with the treatment done, the pain in the legs diminished, and the patient was submitted to an interview after the treatment. And in this interview, 30 days after treatment, the patient revealed his eye pressure had also lowered, and his ophthalmologist confirmed that during the treatment, he had not reported to be treating glaucoma in the last 40 years, and with no improvement of his condition. And this unusual case became the cornerstone of all my studies in the field, trying to comprehend how the treatment focus on the root of the problem could treat different disease and symptoms simultaneously and using the same method. That is why I'm treating the root of the tree, and you treating the root, you can treat. Oh, sorry. You can treat all the patient's symptoms at the same time. Even the doctor doesn't know that the patient has such a symptom. Now, I would like to present one case report I treated on my clinic. It's a 23-year-old female patient who developed memory loss due to overuse of psychotropic medication. In 2018, the patient started to have constant nausea and vomiting, thinking she was pregnant, and uncontrolled crying, too much sleep, heart beating very hard, head racing, shortness of breath, and when she had panic attacks, anxiety, and depression, she could even walk because the legs were wobbly. And the first medication she started using was fluoxetine, which ended up worsening her condition and making her heart much faster with shortness of breath more and more frequently. And the second remedy was sertraline, which left the patient very disconnected and had a dissociation crisis that led to no bruises, and with that she was diagnosed with bipolar disorders, borderline, along with depression and anxiety already known by the patients, which lead her to several other remedies. Today, the patient takes clomipramine and paroxetine, which are the antidepressants she taken, lithium for mood stabilization, and clonazepam that the patient tried to remove without the help of any doctor, which caused a seizure by taking her to the hospital. So she is not taking the medication anymore. And in addition to the drugs already mentioned, the patient has already taken citalopram, escitalopram, venlafaxine, desvenlafaxine, and mirtazapine, within 2 or 3 years of treatment. And the side effects reported by the patient was memory problems, shortness memory is very poor, excessive sleep, and did not gain weight with the medications, and did not feel any change in appetite. The nausea disappeared completely. And the treatment is started with Chinese dietary counseling, where it was recommended to avoid cold water, sweets, cause milk, and raw food, so as not to imbalance the spleen pancreas and absorb better the nutrients, and also to avoid coffee, soda, and matiti, that are drinks that could impair the kidney energy meridian. And also I did the auricular acupuncture with apex ear bloodletting to rebalance the energy of yin and yang blood. And I used the heredesthesia procedure to see how were the chakras energy. And you can see here that all her chakras were in the lowest level of energy, with the exception of the 7, that the spiritual chakra, that's normal. And here you can see that the liver were without energy, the kidney too, the heart, the lung, the spleen, and kidney. And the kidney is the most important organ to maintain the memory. And but you need not only to treat the kidney, but you need to treat all the system, because all the internal organs depend on each other. And here's the medication I use to treat this patient, to replenish the chakras energy with a high diluted medication using this theory created by me, published in this month, this year. Because I told you yesterday, normally in China, they used to use Chinese herbs to treat this kind of patients that have energy imbalances in the internal organs. But in Brazil, it's more difficult to have this kind of medications, and using only Chinese dietary counseling and acupuncture is not enough to replenish the chakras energy. And that's why I needed to begin to study homeopathy in Brazil. And during my course, I created this theory linking homeopathy with Chinese medicine reasoning, and to treat adequately my patients. And this kind of treatment is very successful in any kind of treatment of chronic patients, because in my experience nowadays, all chronic patients has chakras energy deficiencies. And if you treat only the leaf of the tree and don't treat the roots that are the chakras, the energy deficiencies and energy imbalances, the patient wants to have a better outcome on his treatment. And that is why it's very important to know that you need to treat the leaf and the root of the tree at the same time. Here is the chart that I'm showing the necessity of having the balance of yin and yang blood to have health. And the balance of yin yang is the all reasoning in Chinese medicine is based on the theory that you need to have balance between these energies to achieve health of the patient. And when the patient has any imbalance of these internal energies, or a combination of these 4 energies, there is a formation of internal heat that is leading to many kinds of symptoms and disease, such as diabetes, hypertension, myocardial infarction, infections, and dermatitis. All chronic dermatological problems are related to this formation of internal heat because of the energy imbalances. And also cancer patients is from this imbalance too. And that is why all the treatment aims to take out this heat retention and replenish this energy to have balanced state again. And here is to showing you that all internal organs are interconnected. And in the case of memory loss is the water element that is water, heart, and earth. But you need to treat all the system because as I show you by radiesthesia procedure, all the elements are in the lowest level of energy. And the metal sends energy to water. And if the metal doesn't have energy, you need to replenish this energy to send energy to the water. And the water sends energy to the wood to the fire and earth. And that's why you need to treat all the system. And it depends, not all patients have the same result. And that's why you need to measure the chakras energy before you do the treatment. Because sometimes the patient don't have this lack of energy. But the majority of the patients in our world, I think they are in this kind of lack of energy that I showed in the slide. And here I'm showing you the 5 elements and their internal organs correspondence. And the all internal organ, they have an external sensory organ that they command, such as the wood is represented by the liver and is responsible for the eye and the vision. And the fire is responsible for the heart, and is the tongue, the external sensory organ responsible for the communication. And the earth is represented by the spleen, and is representing by the mouth and sense of taste. And metal is represented by the lung and responsible for the sense of smell. And the water element is responsible for represented by the kidney, responsible for hearing process. And that is why when some patients have some problems in these kinds of external sensory organ, in Chinese medicine, they don't treat the organ itself, but they treat the internal organ that they are correspondence. And in this case, the memory loss is the lack of energy in the water element. And that is why memory loss, you need to treat the kidney that depends on the other organs too. And you need to treat all the system. And here is to show you that to treat the kidney, you need to orientate the patients to eat more black beans and black grape, and all black foods can tone the kidney, with the exception of coffee and Coke, because coffee and Coke can harm even more the kidney. And here's to show you that the correspondence between the 5 elements and the 5 massive organs in traditional Chinese medicine. And let me see. And the kidney depends on the parents' energy before conception. And if the parents of the patient have weak energy before the conception, the child would already be born with a weak energy. And due to this lack of energy in the kidney today, people are having difficulty having sex or conceiving a child. And the kidney, in addition to memory and concentration, is responsible for youth, bone, teeth, hearing, reproduction, and sexuality. And in order for a patient to improve, in addition to acupuncture diet, patient must sleep early, as in during the night that energy is stored in the kidney. Is during the sleep process that the kidney energy will be replenished. And if the patient have insomnia and he don't sleep adequately, probably he will have kidney energy deficiencies, and leading to all these problems too, of memory loss, sexual dysfunction, difficulty in reproduction, and problems in the teeth, in the bones, and also in the memory. And Here's to show you why the Iron Chute Law I showed you yesterday. I will show you again. This law was created in 1888 by two Chilean researchers, and they are showing the use of high concentrated medication like the medication that this patient used for a long time. This medication can induce a lack of weakness, state of energy, in reducing the vital energy of this patient, and that is why she was having all the problems, because she was using for many times for many years this kind of medication, leading to a reduced energy state in all the chakras. And that's why in her case I use the high diluted medication to improve the vital energy, and leading to more energy to do her daily lives, to her life, and to improve the memory loss, improving the kidney, the spleen, and the liver energy. And here is one publication I published in, I think last year, and showing you why do patients still have anxiety symptoms using psychotropic medication, because using this kind of medication will reduce even more the vital energy, leading to more formation of internal heat. That is the energy imbalances leading to anxiety in TCM. And here is to show you that according to this doctor from US, his name is Thomas Cohen, that the 5DG technology is leading to impairment of our energy, and then our energy means our immune system, and that's why I think the whole population in the world is having this problem, including us medical doctors, and we need to treat our energy to don't have these problems. And with the result, she had significant improvement in the memory loss, because I begin to introduce to treat her with acupuncture and replenish the chakras energy, and try to reduce the use of that medications. And to rebalance these four energies, it's important to have a better result. And the conclusion of this work is to treat memory loss. It's necessary to deep analyze the root of the problem surrounding these symptoms through diet changes, acupuncture, and replenish the energy of the internal organs that is similar is the second chakras, and leading to the treatment of the second chakra, that's the kidney, the heart, and the spleen. And here's the necessity to view the medicine holistically, not only looking at the leaf point, but the root point of the tree, to treat all the patients holistically. And here's the Hippocrates Quote. It's more important to know which person has the disease than to know which disease the person has. He is saying that it's important to treat their energies, all the patient's energy, independently of their diagnosis. Because if you treat only the disease in the leaf level, you will impair all the energy in the root, but if you treat the root, you will treat all the leaves that has disease at the same time, and you will improve the patients, even all emotional and physical symptoms, as in the case as reported in bikini about the patient in the pain in the legs and glaucoma. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer you. Thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you for your talk, doctor. Any questions, Dr. Huang Willing? Any questions for Dr. Huang Willing?
Can I ask one question for you? I want to know. I want to know which of you that are hearing my presentation. Are you all from Western medicine, or are you treating by another kinds of medicines? Can I know?
I'm following the acupuncture.
You did acupuncture? You do
Yeah, I'm doing
acupuncture?
it. I'm doing it.
Okay.
And tomorrow
Okay.
I'll tell my doctor that I have heard you and suggest what she else can do else.
Okay, that's very good. Only you?
Yes, Mr. Krishna, can we move forward?
Yeah, we can go to the next talk if no question.